welcome to It's Your Life Own It. My name is Marissa Bloedoorn. I am your host. I'm the Chief Magazine and Publishing, as well as the CEO of TCS Consulting, which is a leadership organizational development consulting company. I'm so glad to be with you here on Mondays to speak to you in regards to It's Your Life Own It. It's time to make some serious executive decisions about your life, and taking center stage and owning it with me today is healthy lifestyles coach Tiffany Parra. Tiffany, hey
Hey,
girl, how you doing?
how
How
you
y'all doing?
doing?
Oh
Oh,
my goodness, it's so exciting to be here with you again. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. I mean, your energy is just infectious. So I just love it when I get a chance to be in the room with you. Look, virtual and also in person. I can't wait to be there in the DR with you in person soon as well. So
Oh my God, I can't. I can't because your energy, my energy, and then also too with living here. Like, so it's one thing for you to be in the room with somebody and y'all passing through, right? But once you're in that room and y'all are like neighbors, it's gonna be dangerous because we can do so much. Iron sharpens iron. I'm looking forward to working out with you. I'm looking forward to actually doing some workout videos with you.
let's do it.
I'm looking forward to that once you're here on the beach and all the different things that we can do to help and support one another in business and in our own personal growth. And It's Your
Yeah.
Life Own It focuses on the individual, focuses on the person. I say to people, the only variable in your life that will never change is you. And when I say change, means that you will always be with you. You yourself can change, you can transform, and that's what this platform really is all about. Is what is it that you want most out of your life? How do you get to that place where you can identify what it is that you want out of your life, what you want your life to look like, feel like, and what you want to experience out of this life? And for some people, they're living their life. They're living their
Yep.
life. They're doing their thing, enjoying themselves. We may or may not be talking to you, but we're talking to that person who's trying to figure it all out, trying to really, really figure it all out. And so folks may say, Marie said this is a magazine. You're talking about personal development. Um, you know, what's that all about? You talk about business and things like that. Is because in order for you to really know what it is that you want to do, we tapped into this a little bit on another show. Is you got to discover who you are, and how you want to live that thing out.
Right.
And what Own It and what Phoenix Fitness Fanatics does and what you do with your work is we help people to figure that out. Either you already figured it out and you have an agenda, you have a strategy and a plan, and we just want to help you to be more consistent in how you show up with that strategy and plan, or you're figuring it out, So you're the editor in chief of Phoenix Fitness Fanatics. You have contributing writers who follow the same you know, what do you say? You're always looking for contributing writers, right? You're always looking for
Yes. Yes.
contributing writers to be a part of your magazine. What does that experience look like, and why become a contributing writer with you?
With Phoenix Fitness Fanatics, it is a space where my vision was to bring resources that are going to help you get physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially fit. So, anyone out there that has that type of expertise or has gone through, maybe a struggle like myself, I was, very, had a weight problem, had, high blood pressure, had a lot of health issues, right? But was able to take my life back, own it, get moving, and make the decisions and start doing the things, putting the things in motion that are going to help me to get to that next level. And really, that's what Phoenix Fitness Fanatics is. It is a platform for you to come and share your brilliance. If you're a neurotransformational coach, some people, they don't know what that is. And there's people that need to know what you do. Maybe you're a DNA specialist and you can teach people, how to, take a test, take a blood test and learn their markers so they know exactly how, what to put in place so they can get to those optimal results. Maybe you're a trauma coach. I mean, whatever it is, whatever that is that's going to help someone in that health and wellness realm. That's really the space here that we provide. I'm also an author. I'm a 8-time best-selling author. Actually, and that, woo, for me to actually say that, I'm like, wow. But so we also have a space in the magazine for authors or for people that are, poets, people that want to get their word out there. We have the Authors Network that celebrates those authors. You're a speaker. We've had some of the leadership experience tour, participants in the magazine, and just being able to showcase people for the just their brilliance and the things that they bring out. When you're a speaker and you get on stage, that can be scary. So I think that everyone that shows up in that way is a champion. Same thing with authors, so this is a space to celebrate all of these individuals and what they do. And I love what I do, because it also, when you're in a community and now you're sharing your expertise, now that opens you up to collaborations. And collaborations are just amazing. I mean, that was my word of the year last year. And I actually made it again, my word this year as well, collaboration, because collaboration is key to everything. We're not always going to have all the pieces here. But when you network with the right people, you can bring all the pieces together to make just a wonderful masterpiece. So that's what we're all about.
Wow, that is so awesome. And you said something that's very important too in regards to the types of specialists you're looking for. And you may say, I'm not a specialist. Well, if you've been in your career, you've been doing a job for a set many years, you know more than you think you know in
Right.
regards to your field or your industry. You are a SME and as a subject matter expert. And you can cultivate that being in this environment. Sometimes we're certified, sometimes we're trained, sometimes we have our academics. But if we've not been profiled personally as a authoritarian in our industry or our field, it's because we just been going to work. We have not thought about ourselves as being a subject matter expert because we've just been going to work. This is what we do. This is our job title. But when you take yourself out of a work environment and you take you even though you leave that work environment, your expertise goes with you wherever you are. So just like Tiffany said, if you're in an environment and someone's asking you about, how your DNA works, what DNA, and you start talking about it, and you're like, boom, 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 boom. Well, you know how to talk about it because that's what you've been doing. But you've always looked at it as a job. You've not looked at yourself specifically as a subject matter expert, and you are a subject matter expert. And so you have to come out of the worker bees mindset, come into a consulting and coaching mindset because we've gone around, we've done this. You've raised your children. You can speak to parenting. If you have grandchildren, you can parent, right? You can speak about your grandchildren because you have actually experienced it. Some people are coming out of colleges and universities and all of that. They have not experienced any of the theories that they have been trained about. They can speak to them based on scholastic knowledge, but they can't speak to them from a place of personal experience. A subject matter expert speaks from personal experience over time that they've actually had multiple experiences. So they don't have one singular experience, but they have a wide range of different experiences that they can draw their insight, expertise, and assessments from those different experiences. And that's what qualifies you in the area of being a subject matter expert. So you have to think like that. And so what being involved in this kind of, becoming a contributing writer, moving into the business sector as a business owner, or CEO, coach, or consultant, happens. It starts to make you think in a different way. You're not just showing up as an employee. You're showing up as like, wait a minute, I have a say in this. And I can speak to, my position based on what I've seen, what has been proven methods, what have failed as methodologies, and supporting evidence of that. So it's so talk to us. What are you looking for these days as a contributing writer? So if you're looking for what your magazine, we know you have trauma coaches, you have you. I mean, even if you do recipes. So
Yes,
one thing is really good
recipe.
about Phoenix magazines is, man, you when I'm doing your magazine, I'm always like, dang, I could use that salad right now, right? I mean, there's so many different ways that you talk about in the magazine, the men, just the recipes and the different things that you can eat, the smoothies.
Yes.
Share what are you recruiting? You're recruiting for the year. You're recruiting. Who are you looking for?
We're really looking for more products. We right now we have Levitan Superfood in there. We also have the Happy Juice, with a holistic health coach, Jeffrey. We have, collagen, with Coach Karen. I mean, there's so many different products that they have to offer, but we want to be a one-stop shop. We want people to be able to have that resource, to have so many products that they can read on, and then we bring you in because you can share your experience. Now, I've been taking Levitan. I've been drinking Levitan Superfood for the last 7 years now, and it has really, really helped impact my life and my mother's life and my son and my whole family. We drink it. So I'm looking for people that have, that are brand partners for, various companies, or even clothing. If you have active wear that you want to get out there, let's do it. Let's get that active wear or that sporting wear. I'll even go ahead and wear it on the show for you, okay? Because I just love to promote, and to help people to shine like that. So also, just the various, as you said, that when you're a subject matter expert, we're looking for, parents. That we had a parenting coach, Coach Linda, who talked about conscious parenting. There's a lot of holes, out there that people just, they don't know. So we really want people to, bring their expertise when it comes to finding balance in your life. Are you someone that has, like myself, having, a really bad health situation that I had to go through, that I can now share with people and be able to help them to gain the results that they need? I'm not for everyone, but at least in this platform, I know that I have a plethora of people that I can go through and say, okay, you know what? This is the personality type. This is what you need. This is, maybe the product that you're looking for. I know who I can have you talk to. So we're really looking for, again, products. We're looking for more recipes. Anytime any of my contributing writers come on, I really like for our readers and our audience to tap into them, and like personally. So I like for them to share their favorite recipes and things, their favorite healthy recipes. Sometimes we get some that are a little not so healthy, but that's okay to cheat sometimes. But we're looking for all that stuff, all those things that you can share, that maybe you have already gone through and you have created a healthy, life for yourself, or you've gotten through that traumatic situation. There's people dealing with so many things out there right now, and they need to know that there's people out there that have gone through it too. So I want to hear from you. That's what I love, talking to people. I love hearing what they have to bring to the table, because everyone, and I mean everyone, because you've all gone through a situation and you've all probably overcome situations. So those are who we're looking for, to come and share their story on our platform, and to help other individuals to get to the other side as well.
That's awesome. And I will attest, I use Lebanon myself. And I've been using it for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I believe I'm on 2 years of using it. Goes a long way. I'm by myself, so it does go a long way. I also have had my children start to take it, believe it or not. And I'll say, for the record, I'm 55. So it has helped me tremendously. And I know on the screen I don't look 55. Maybe if you're standing in a room with me, I may look a little bit more like 55, but I'm 55. And so it has helped me with my energy level. It has helped me, like I said, too, with the arthritis, feeling the pain. And I remember moving here when I first got here was a major, major in regards to temperature, humidity, precipitation that's here. It's a different world, and your body responds differently. And so that's a product that I use as well, and it is, I have extended it to my children as well. And yeah, and so those are the products. So you said that you need products in the magazine. Yeah, because those are your commercials, right? Those are the commercials from the long reading. And so if you're considering being a contributing writer, and contributing writer is just the title of content contributor. So really what you're doing is if you have products, you're just showing them in the magazine. Like you would look at any magazine and see a product in it. You're just seeing the product being displayed for sale in the magazine. You don't have to write an article unless you want to write an article. You don't have to submit your Pheonix Fitness magazine. I know is a monthly issue digital magazine. It is available in print. You don't have to write to it every single month. You can write as you feel comfortable with it. And so that's the beautiful thing about participating. And I just say get connected because it holds you accountable too. It's also it holds you accountable in the sense that if you're trying to figure this thing out, then you have I know Tiffany, you have regular meetings with your team. In regards to those are strategy sessions where you talk it all out and you figure out what you're going to be doing, your campaign.
Yep. We also do one-on-ones.
Yeah. So the contributing writer thing is, I know that it has been a blessing for so many. What's the feedback you get from your contributing writers? What have been their experience?
I have quite a few contributing writers that have come back. We launched in 2021, and there's some that are still here from 2021, and they have shared that it has helped them to grow their business, or it has helped them to find that collaboration partner that is going to help them to get to that next level. I mean, it's just amazing to see. One person in particular that I would like to just give a shout out to. I mean, he's part of the Own It family as well. Jeffrey Berger. Jeffrey came on and shared his story. He was the cover for us in January. And, just an amazing man. And I've watched him, he went from Pheonix Fitness over to Own It. And then from Own It, I mean, he's got his holistic health and wellness TV show as well. And it's just, just seeing them grow and watching. I mean, even for myself, this has been just amazing because when you're a contributing writer, we also put you on the platform on the podcast as well. So you're kind of forced to have to show up and talk about the things that you do. And that can be scary sometimes. I know for myself, I did not ever want to be on the forefront. And I would stutter and I wouldn't know what to say, and I wouldn't say anything. I mean, Marissa, you remember. And just now to be able to come out and not have the butterflies in my stomach, and to see that, people are contacting me that I don't even know because they've seen a show out there or something, and they heard something that I said that was maybe profound to them. And it really just opens you up to, people that need you. People that need to hear your story, people that need your products. That's really, what I've heard from my contributing writers is that, it has definitely helped them to grow and to just, to show up and to be accountable, because we definitely do hold you accountable. If you're going to be on the platform, you got to show up.
Yeah, you got to show up. Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. They have to have, you may not start off with an agenda, but you got to start thinking. You got to start watching and thinking and saying, okay, I'm gleaning from Coach Tiffany, not watching her do her thing, but watch her do her thing. And then you go do some of what she's doing until you figure out what works best for you. Because the one thing that I know for me as a leader, as a coach, whether indirectly or directly coaching anyone who's following me,
Yeah.
I want you to have your own spin of things. I don't want you replicating me in the sense of, be like me. I want you to be like me in the sense that be your own you. You want
Yeah.
to take anything that you like about what I'm doing, but also make sure you own it as your own. Put your
That's right.
own spin on it, because that's what we want. We don't. I know for me, I don't want to reproduce me. I want you to step into you. Who are you? You find out who you are, and you put your own flavor and branding on that. The way
Right.
that you get to that point is by seeing an example, a model, and then you take the model, you use the model until you get your own footing, and you're like,
That's right.
oh, I like it this way, and I like to tweak it that way, and I want to do it this way, until we no longer see the original model. We see your authentic model. Now it
Mhm.
becomes yours. And that's exactly what contributing writer will do for the writer or the business owner or the individual who's advocating for a cause. So in Own It, we have an advocate. We have plenty of advocates. We have advocates of just positive psychology. That's Lawrence Stokes. He's in the magazine, and he just speaks to the heart. He just speaks to the heart of life, what happens in life, how to our personal experiences and build from them. Then we also too have a KJ Montgomery, and she speaks to fibromyalgia and endometriosis. She speaks to those things. So she advocates. So she's not in the magazine for business per se. She's in the magazine because she suffers from this, and she's learned. These
Mhm.
are the things that she's learned as an experiencer of fibromyalgia, and
Yeah.
her daughter in the endometriosis. So they
Mhm.
speak from that experience of what they've gone through. This gives them a consistency in sharing and getting out of their system what they've experienced in hopes of helping someone else to be at least relieved of some
Right.
of the trauma, the drama, and all that comes from those disabling diseases and things
Right.
like that. So that's what we want you to understand, that when you're a contributing writer for Pheonix Fitness Magazine, that you know what direction you're going in. But once you get in there, start being strategic and intentional about what it is that you want to accomplish. Start owning that space. I always say that they're the CEO of that space inside the magazine.
Yep.
You're the chief executive officer of how you show up in Pheonix Fitness Magazine. So start using that autonomy to your advantage. And most people don't know how to be free. They don't know how to walk in authenticity, and they don't know how to walk in autonomy. Autonomy means that there are no rules other than making sure that you don't mess with my brand, and you
That's
make
right.
sure you showing up, you want to show up in your own brand. But
Mhm.
people don't know, when you're not telling them what to do, they don't know what to do. And they've
Right.
got to learn how to come out of being a worker bee, as they used to say, a worker
Mhm.
bee, and start being a boss. Be the
Yes.
boss of
That's
your life. Own it. Be the boss of your life. Be the boss of figuring it out. Be the boss of for. Be the boss. Close us out, Tiffany. How can they get in touch with you in regards to participating in the magazine, getting on your podcast, getting on your live shows, being interviewed, and being a part of the Pheonix Fitness family?
So yes, so if you want to be featured, we still have some covers available as well. So if you want to be on the cover, and we love to celebrate our covers, okay? We just, you're gonna be on the cover, you're gonna be sprinkled in the middle a little bit, and we just want to know everything that you got going on so we can celebrate you. So definitely connect with me for the covers. For if you want to be a contributing writer, it is really a very small investment, y'all. You can go to phoenixfitnessmag2021.com, and you can see the various packages that we have there. You can also email me at phoenixfitnessfanaticsmagazine.com. You can find me on all the social medias at Coach Tiffany Parra. Just Google Coach Tiffany Parra. Everything will come up. And definitely connect with me if you want to be featured. If you're an author, you've got a book that's coming out, and you want to become a bestseller, connect with me, because that is also something that we do with the magazine as well. We will help you to become a best-selling author, and then also those speakers as well. So connect with us. We would love to help you shine out there. And honestly, if anybody out there that wants to just look a little better, have those shoulders up a little more, and really want to shine, connect with me on that personal level so I can set you straight on a coaching package that will help you to get yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially fit. Okay? Thank you so much, Marissa.
Yes. Now remember, it's your life. Own it. Get in touch with Pheonix Fitness Magazine and become a contributing writer. We love you so very much. Take care. Be blessed. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
We're out.